My name is Mike Rowe. I'm the head football coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback coach at Rocori High School. Today I'll be talking about developing strong quarterback play. Some of the topics we'll be covering today is how we choose our quarterbacks in our youth program, the character traits we look for in a quarterback, the run drills for the spread game that we run and what we use, and then throwing drills that we find are very, very good for working on their fundamentals, helps them out in different situations, and then obviously our simple coverage reads, just a breakdown of how we teach them at a young age how to read coverages. I've been very lucky every year that I've coached. One of my guys, when they've graduated, they've ended up going on to play college football. The first year I was at Rocori, we ended up having a kid go Division III. The next year, then we had a Division II kid, and then we had a kid be in the program for a few years, and he ended up going to South Dakota State, a 1AA team, and so he's battling right now for a starting spot on that team. All of our football programs are ran through our school district. There's no separate club team or anything like that. Last fall we had over 400 kids participate in football, which is the most we've ever had. Our program keeps growing each year. We're trying to make it as fun as possible. I think by running the spread offense, all of the kids see it on TV. They like being able to run that at the youth level. In grades 3 through 5, we play flag football, and this is where we start to find our quarterbacks. Every kid gets an opportunity to play quarterback in those scenarios. Same within 6th grade, we still give every kid an option, but eventually we are able to evaluate and break down which ones are actually going to be able to get it done. And like I said before, 6th grade, we put on the pads. This allows every kid to play quarterback in our program. We don't really care about wins or losses in that. We just want to find out where they kind of fit in and what they can do. And this allows us to make sure by the time we get to 7th grade, when choosing a quarterback for our youth system, we look for the multi-sport athletes. We thrive on 3-sport athletes in our school. It's usually football, basketball, baseball are the big 3. We're starting to get a little more boys interested in track, which is great too. But we want a kid that plays a lot of sports, has been put in a lot of pressure situations. He might be the point guard in basketball, those kind of guys. We go, okay, they make smart decisions when the pressure's on. We also really like how accurate they are. When they're throwing, do they miss high, or do they hit him in the chest, or do they throw it in the dirt? A kid that's really accurate, he doesn't have to have the strongest arm. He can make all the dink and dunk type passes, and the good athletes can catch the ball and make something happen with it. And then, are they a leader when things are not going their way? You see a lot of kids, they hang their head, they start to pout when things aren't going their way, throw their helmet. We want to see a kid that's headstrong, who, like, when something bad happens, he's like, hey man, give me the ball, I want to take care of it. He's not going to be upset about that. He's going to put that bad decision behind him and lead his team to victory. Do they love football? Are they going to always make every single thing? We want them there in the summer lifting. We want them there at our 7-on-7s. We want them to be there and be the guy, and we've had that, and it's shown on our play on the football field. If they don't want to be that guy and they don't really love football, then they're probably better off doing something else. And then the last thing we look at is a strong arm. How far can they throw it? You need to be able to stretch the field, but I think you can teach a kid to, if his arm's not as strong, to make a good read and deliver the ball downfield a little earlier too. Character traits of a good QB. We want him to be a strong, positive leader. We want him to lead by example, outwork everyone, be a student of the game, be able to make quick decisions and live with it. That's a big one right there. It's just when they make a decision, you don't care if it's in practice. If they throw a pick, you want them to see what they see and believe in it. You don't want them second guessing and hitching, because when you second guess, that's when you make a bad throw. We also want them to be a great communicator. Will they talk with the coaches and the players? Can they tell you what's going on, when they come off the field? It's hard when you've had a quiet quarterback. That's sometimes a little more difficult. This past year, my guy was a great player, very limited in communicating. When we try to banner ideas, it would have to be on Monday and Tuesday during our film, because during the game he was just locked in and he really didn't want to converse. He just wanted me to tell him what he needed to do.